welcome back. I hope you are here for the melody of the John Coltrane classic blues. If you're not here for that, feel free to stay or look around for something else. If you have not, make sure that you learn the bass line. This gives us the root melody as well as this great, like a bass line in terms of something that you can play over and over again that's going to have a little bit more rhythmic information and harmonic embellishment and give you some sense of why Jimmy Garrison and McCoy Tyner then go off and play some different things that are then related back to that initial like bass line and the rhythms that happen on the melody. So make sure that you have that in mind. The melody itself is fairly sparse, and because it is just a single instrument, John Coltrane playing on the tenor saxophone, he's able to do a lot of we talk about embellishment a lot, and so he's embellishing even from the first chorus to the second chorus, doing different things with the rhythms, with the the timbre that he's using, adding in different kind of connecting notes and things like that. And so check out what he's doing, and then as he uses this as a vehicle into expanding that melody and going into this whole other stratosphere with his improvised solo. I'm going to do kind of a basic version of the melody, and maybe something that would give a bare bones version of what Coltrane is embellishing. And this can be useful to you. And then you go on and learn his embellishments and add your own. Okay, so as we talked about in the bassline video, this is in C sharp minor. So get that pitch in your head, get it in your body, sing it, play it on your instrument. I don't know. Yeah, we're doing all kinds of stuff so that we're resonating with that. The melody goes like this. 1, 2, 3. Boo-da-doo, 1, 2. Boo-da-doo, 1, 2. Boo-da-doo, 1, 2. Boo-da-doo, 1, 2. Ba-da-da-da, boo-da-da-da-da, boo-da-doo. Da-do, 1, 2, 4, 1, 2, 3. Da-do, 1, 2, ba da da da, do 3. So the way that I'm thinking about this is basing my rhythmic phrasing off of the first time that Coltrane plays through the melody. And I'm leaving out a couple of these little embellishments that he has in there. First time, rhythmically, 1, 2, 3, 4. 1 and 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, off. Hold on, 1, 2, And then on bar 5, going back to the rhythmic phrasing, ba-da-da, 1, 2, off. The way that he does in the first chunk. 2, 3, boo-da-da, 2, off. And then the phrase that goes up to the 4 chord in bar 5, and when it returns back to the 1 chord in bar 7, I'm using the same rhythmic phrasing as in bars 1 and 2. All right, so the only outlier is the little bit of elongation in bars 3 and 4. Yeah, that makes a lot of sense. Let's just listen to it and try it. All right, so I'm going to play through the first 8 bars and then see if you can do it with me. All right, so 1, 2, 3. Boo-da-da, do, off. Boo-da-da, 2, off. Boo-da-da, 1, 2, off. Boo-da-da, 1, 2, off. All right, so it's that rhythm. 2, 3. Ba-da-da. Ba-da-da. That's different. Back to ba-da-da. Bar 4. Boo-da-da. 1, 2, 3, off. Okay? So that's the way that we're going to do it. You notice that Coltrane's adding in some different embellishments. Throw those in. This is just something you can do if you're playing with someone else. You have something to agree upon. That's sometimes a good idea when playing the melody with other people. Although if you're playing it by yourself, copy Coltrane and then add your own sort of embellishments. All right, when we get to the ba-da-da-da, this follows the bass line riff pretty well. 2, 3, 4, 1. 1 and 2 and 3, 4, 2, 2, 3, 4. So again, it's that and of 1, and the pitch ba, that is in relation to that A chord. It's like a sharp 11 or something like that. So that's a D sharp. So D sharp, ba, ba, ba. Then it rocks back and forth between the C sharp and the E. The C sharp, ba, ba. All right. So let's see if we can do the turnaround with me. So 1, 2, 3, and ba, 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 do da, do da, 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 da. 2 again, turn around. Ba, 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 do da, do da, 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 da. Let's do the whole thing. 3, do da, da, 1, 2, off. Do da, da, 1, 2, 3. Do da, da, 1, 2, 3. Do da, da, 1, 2, off. Ba, da, da, da. Do da, do da, 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 da. Let's do it again. Do da, da, 1, 2, 3. Do da, da, 1, 2, 3. Do da, da, 4, 1, 2, off. Do da, da, 1, 2, off. Ba, da, 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 do da, do da, 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 da. 3 and off. Great. So that's a pretty, basic structural cut and dry way that you can use Coltrane's first time through the melody without some of those cool embellishments that he's doing, just to have a good sense of what to play, maybe if you're playing with another horn player and playing in unison. So feel free, as I mentioned, go ahead and copy, his further embellishment, those little, melodic drips that he adds in there, and the way that he changes the rhythmic phrasing. I'd say copy what he does. Try to get both choruses of the melody as well as the way that he phrases them on the way out, just so that you have a good reference point, and then come up with your own. So the way that Coltrane plays it, that's always going to be great and acceptable. You can always kind of pare it down and do the way that we just learned it here if you're playing it with another horn, or if you just want to have, I guess, a more general way to play it. And then, we're going to get into a lot of different things talking about taking this form and embellishing it through improvisation. Great. So if you like what you're doing here, make sure to check out the rest of these YouTube videos. We're learning all kinds of jazz and jazz adjacent tunes, again, by ear, going through the bass line, form, melody, and improvisation. And so it should give you a great repertoire of vocabulary to use, not only on these songs, but songs that are like them. If you like these and want to get into some more, we of course have our Creative Jazz Fundamentals, Series 1 and 2 for beginners and intermediate players. And that is linked below, creativejazzfundamentals.com. Happy practicing. We'll catch up with you some more for our improvisation. Thanks.